What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the All Valley Arena. So today's video, this might be my last Cobra Kai Season 5 video before Cobra Kai Season 5 comes out, if you know what I mean. So what I mean by that is this is probably my last theory video before Cobra Kai Season 5 releases, because I think my next video will be my review for Cobra Kai Season 5. So this is the last theory about a character or plot video that I have for Cobra Kai Season 5, and I'm super excited. So in today's video, I want to talk about one of my all-time favorite characters in Cobra Kai, and that is Miguel Diaz, who is played by the one and only super talented Xolo Maridueña. Yeah, guys, Miguel's my favorite character in Cobra Kai, and I think he's the fan favorite because he's just so relatable. He's so relatable to me, and I guess he's the fan favorite because he relates to not just me, but so many people. And I've always looked up to Miguel since I was 15. So Miguel is my all-time favorite character in the show, and I'm really excited to talk about this video because this is a long, overdue and waited video. So let's talk about Miguel Diaz and Cobra Kai Season 5. Now, I do think that this season is going to be Miguel's best season. I do think this season has the potential to be Miguel's best season, his best arc, all of that, because Miguel is such a big character for me, and I love the way that they're doing with Miguel. Xolo is such a fantastic actor, and I really want to just explore more of Miguel and all of that, because Season 1 was his introduction. He was the bullied kid. He learns karate from Johnny, and now he's the All Valley champ. Season 2 was prime Miguel. He was the All Valley champ. Everybody knows him. They respects him. At the end of Season 2, he gets injured, and then it's a reintroduction for Season 3 for Miguel. Learning how to walk again, learning to do karate again. And Season 4, yeah, this is what thing that kind of bothered me, because a lot of people say Miguel was sidelined last season. Miguel was nerfed. I think what they did with Miguel was perfect, because now what Miguel's story arc is going to be and what they did, Miguel's not going to focus a lot on karate, how he's so focused on, with Season 4, he was focused on obviously trying to win the tournament, but the reason why he lost the tournament because he wasn't fighting for himself, and he clearly says it to Sam in Season 4.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It just felt like I wasn't fighting for me anymore.
He wasn't fighting for himself. He was just there, and he wasn't really fighting for the tournament. He was fighting more for Johnny in the Valley, more for himself. The only reason why he won the tournament in Cobra Kai Season 1 was because he was fighting for himself. He was proving his bullies wrong. He was probably fighting, ironically, for everybody else who was like him in his position. So with Season 4, people say he was nerfed. No, because what I think is that storyline for Season 4, it is setting him up for his best arc in Season 5. So let's talk about what I mean by that. So what do I expect from Miguel in Season 5 and why I think it's going to be his best season? So all the trailers are out. All the teaser trailers are out. The photos are out. They're already started doing press by the time of the recording of this video. So we kind of know what to, we don't really know, but we have an idea, or we might have an idea of what's going to happen with Miguel this season. And what I think is going to happen with Miguel this season, or what do I expect, is that one of the main things, what I thought would be a huge part in Season 5, which I don't think is going to be that huge anymore, just by the trailer, because if you think about it, with the Cobra Kai Season 5 trailer, we didn't really get Mexico stuff. We saw a lot of stuff in the Valley, but we barely got anything with Mexico stuff. So what I think is that, although I do believe and I do think that the Mexico arc is going to be this huge plot point for Miguel, it's going to be one of the biggest, one of his biggest storylines, it's not going to last half the season. I think that the Mexico arc most likely is going to last at least to Episode 3. The max it can do is Episode 4. And I think Episode 5 is when they're back in the Valley. Because now we know this. I think the Mexico arc is going to be Miguel's turning point in his story. It's going to, we're going to see Xolo's probably Xolo's best acting moments. Probably some of the best fighting scenes according to that teaser trailer. That little bar fight. Sorry, that kind of got me hyped. Also, the Miguel and Robbie fight. That is my most anticipated thing of the season. But what I do think is that I do think that this season is going to have a lot of story on Miguel. We're going to learn more about him and his backstory that we didn't know before. More of his family, I would say. And I'm really looking forward to seeing that. I feel like Miguel's going to be so determined. He's going to be the most determined person. He's going to be so determined to find out who his dad is. That's the main reason he left. He needs to know who his dad is because he wants to know more. He wants to get answers. That's what he said to Johnny and Carmen in the letter he wrote. Because he wants to figure out who himself more. He wasn't fighting for the tournament for himself. He's gonna face, according to the letter he said to Carmen and Johnny, he's gonna fight the biggest fight of his life. He's gonna go to Mexico. He's going there all by himself. He's gonna find out so much more information about his dad. He doesn't have any help. He doesn't have Johnny, he doesn't have Carmen, he doesn't have Daniel, he doesn't have Sam, he doesn't have anybody. So he's gonna go all by himself and he's gonna find out who his dad is. He's gonna be so determined because he's gonna want answers. He's gonna want answers why he left. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Why did you leave me? Why weren't you there for me? He's gonna find out so much stuff about his dad, and I think that's gonna set up a super big story point, a huge plot in the story. He's gonna find out who his dad really is, and I feel like once Miguel finds out who his dad is, I feel like they're gonna bond over a lot. Shout out to my boy Strike First Media, Cody, because he made a really good point in one of his videos where he said that one of the underground fight club where Johnny and Robbie are in the season 5 teaser trailer, that could be a potential place where Miguel's dad works. He runs an illegal underground fight club, and that's where Miguel probably finds his dad in the first place. He fights. Some guy's probably gonna pick on Miguel. Miguel puts on a pretty good fight because Miguel knows karate. He learned from Johnny and Daniel, and a little bit of Kreese, and so he's gonna use a lot of that and against the people he's fighting, and that's gonna get Miguel's dad's attention. It's gonna get his attention and be like, oh, this is my son? This is my son who's kicking some major ass? That is what I'm thinking, what I'm having in my head right now, because I can totally see that happen with Miguel. I can totally see that, and I can see so many things from Miguel, and I can totally see what's gonna happen. How is he doing this? Why is he doing this? And all that. I feel like Miguel and his dad are gonna bond over a lot because his dad runs an illegal fight club. Miguel does karate, so they can bond over a lot of that. I most definitely believe that Miguel is 100% gonna talk about Johnny in front of his dad. He's gonna tell all these great things about Johnny, how much Johnny has helped Miguel, which might make Miguel's dad jealous because Johnny was the one treating Miguel as a son than him. So that might cause huge conflict between his dad and Johnny, which that might happen. I'm kind of excited to see if it does happen. Again, Miguel's there by himself, right? And we do know that Johnny is going to Mexico, and we do know that Robbie's going along with him. So that one photo that was released where Johnny and Robbie have their hands up and they look like they're celebrating something, and you can tell they're in Mexico just because of the background. If you look at the signs in the background, the signs are in Spanish, so you do know that they're still in Mexico. So, and Johnny and Robbie looked like in that photo had a good bonding moment. So what if Miguel just happens to walk by and he sees that, and he just looks at Johnny and Robbie. He starts getting jealous because Miguel's that he's supposed to do that with me, not you, and all that stuff, which causes Miguel to want to stay longer or want to stay forever in Mexico with his real dad, because he probably thinks that since it's his real dad, he should be spending time with him, and that he thinks that he's gonna be there for me more than Johnny. It's probably something like that. We all know that once Johnny and Robbie find Miguel, we all know that Miguel and Robbie, their little confrontation. Number one, Miguel's gonna be so confused on how Johnny and Robbie found Miguel, because Miguel is basically out in hiding, to be honest. He's out and about with in the Mexico arc and all that, so he's out and about. Number two, we all know that once Miguel and Robbie see each other, most likely in Mexico, they're gonna butt heads. They're gonna start arguing. They're gonna start probably almost fighting, and that's gonna cause Johnny to stop and all that stuff. So that will cause Miguel jealousy because now Robbie and Johnny are having this bonding moment, and again, Miguel treats Johnny like it's his dad, even though he's not. He clearly says in season 4, but Johnny treats Miguel like his son. You can definitely have past 4 seasons that Johnny and Miguel, they love each other and they care for each other. And once Miguel knows Robbie, Johnny knows Robbie. So once Robbie comes back into the picture, it's gonna cause Miguel to have this frustration, this anger, and this jealousy also. That's gonna cause Miguel to want to stay in Mexico longer. And it's gonna cause Johnny and Miguel might have a little break in the relationship, because I think last season really set it up with Miguel spending way more time in Miyagi-Do, wanting to learn Miyagi-Do karate, and spending time with Daniel. So that kind of caused Johnny to become a little bit jealous that now Daniel's more taking over the mentorship with Miguel than him. So that kind of like set it up for this season, because now once Miguel sees Johnny and Robbie, that's going to cause Miguel to be jealous, because now Robbie and Johnny are spending more time together than Miguel and Johnny. So once that happens, I feel like Johnny and Miguel, they're definitely going to have probably like an argument. My theory is that I feel like they're going to have a heated argument where Miguel is basically saying like, hey, like, I told you I love you. They're definitely going to talk about that I love you too Robbie scene. That's going to be like a heated argument. That's going to cause Miguel to be so frustrated and upset, and that's going to like, and Johnny might say some things, and that's going to cause like a little tear in the relationship. So that's going to make Miguel so determined to stay in Mexico that he's going to stay with his dad. Obviously, I don't think that's going to last so long, because I do think that Miguel is definitely going to find out who his dad is, because I think Miguel's dad's such like it's like a really bad guy. He's like the worst of the worst, like the worst, probably like a worst criminal in Mexico and all that stuff. So like Miguel's going to have that like fear. He's going to feel frustrated. He's going to feel angry, and he's going to feel like, wait, this is my dad all along. Like, you're not a good person. You're just using me. Because what if Miguel is the key for Miguel's dad to do something like bad or something? Miguel's the key, so Miguel's dad is just using him, doesn't really care about him. So that might cause Miguel to like put all the pieces together and like figure out, oh, you're a bad guy. Like, I don't want anything to do with you. And he doesn't want to stay in Mexico anymore with him, and like Johnny, Johnny's still gonna protect Miguel no matter what. So Johnny and Miguel's dad might have like a little fight. I'm like kind of excited to see that. But yeah, that's like a one thing that like kind of like thinking in my head, like all this like in my like processing in my head right now. But yeah, but that's just in the Mexico stuff. When they come back to the Valley, Miguel and Robbie are still butting heads. You can still see in the season 5 trailers that like they're still butting heads. You can see that like they're not liking each other at all. So that's a whole nother thing that I think that like Miguel and Robbie's relationship is definitely gonna like be a huge part this season. It's gonna be one of the biggest things this season, because Robbie and Miguel are the new Daniel and Johnny, the butting heads, the enemies, and all that stuff. So I do think that it's gonna take a lot of time for Robbie and Miguel to like truly like be buddy, and because as you can see in the trailers, it's gonna take a while for them to be buddy. But I do feel like that they will be later on at the end of the season. They won't be like best friends, but they'll be like respectful, and they'll be mutuals, like, because I do think that once Miguel and Robbie get together and like start being like on the same side and stop fighting with each other, that's gonna be a huge stepping point in the whole story, and then them as characters themselves. This season's gonna be about growth, acceptance of everything. So we're gonna learn so many things about it, and I'm so excited. Like, I keep saying that because it's so true. I'm so excited to see what's gonna happen. How is this gonna evolve into all of this, And Miguel and Robbie, they're definitely gonna like. I feel like with Miguel becoming friends with Robbie, it's gonna help Miguel grow a lot as a character. But not only Miguel, it's also gonna help Robbie a lot grow as a character as well. And I do feel like once like they have to have one final fight. And I do believe that final fight will be in episode 5 of season 5. Because, again, this is my theory. As you know, every mid-season finale has an epic fight, Season 1, Miguel in the cafeteria fighting Kyler and his goons. Season 2 was the mall fight. Season 3 was the laser tag / jail fight. Season 4 was Daniel and Johnny. So I think season 5 is going to be Miguel and Robbie. That's what I think we get the fight. The mid-season finale fight. They're going to be fighting, and somehow, some way, maybe Robbie almost kicks off Miguel again in the stairs, but then he realizes he has a quick flashback, where he realizes his mistakes. He grabs Miguel, saves him, and that's when they become like kind of like friends, and they become on the same side, because we do see in the trailers that Miguel and Robbie do train together. And I'm really hoping that we see them like train together, have awesome bonding moments, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I do think, because one of the things we didn't get to see in the season 5 trailer, because we all know that little underground tournament that they're having right now in the trailer, we didn't see Miguel or Robbie. We saw Hawk, we saw Sam, Tori, we saw who else did we see? We saw Kenny, we saw Devin, we saw a lot of these people, but we didn't see Miguel and Robbie. So I think what they're doing is they're saving that for Miguel and Robbie team up fight or something like that, to like let us as the audience know that these guys are friends, they're mutuals, and that's like what I kind of think about it. So I think that also, and I do think that Miguel and Johnny's relationships, like after the Mexico stuff and after like near the end of the season, their relationship's gonna be stronger. Robbie and Miguel's relationship's gonna be stronger. Robbie and Johnny and Miguel's relationship as a whole together, it's definitely gonna be such a strong root in the season, and I'm so looking forward to it, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Miguel next season. Those are what I expect to see. I expect to see a lot of growth. I expect to see a lot of like acceptance. I expect to see a lot of like maturity that Miguel's gonna have this season, and I'm super excited for it. And I do believe this will be Xolo's best acting moments, because Xolo kills it every single season. He crushed it every single moment, and I do believe this season will have Xolo's best acting moments, and he better get freaking awards or nominated at least for this season, because Xolo's such a fantastic actor. He's worked his butt off. He really deserves these awards. This whole cast deserves a nomination at least. But Xolo's my favorite actor, one of my favorite actors of the show. I love Xolo. Xolo's like my favorite character. He plays my favorite character in the show, and he's like one of my favorite actors in general, not just in Cobra Kai, but one of my favorite actors in general. And he definitely deserves a nomination for this season. He definitely deserves a nomination on just being like one of the best male leads in the show, you know? Like, he definitely deserves it, and I do hope he gets a nomination. I do hope that he wins, and I do believe that we're still gonna get Miguel's best acting moments this season. But yeah. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Cobra Kai Season 5 with Miguel. Again, this is probably gonna be my last like theory slash plot prediction character video for Season 5. I do think the next video will be my Cobra Kai Season 5 review. I think I'm gonna do a non-spoiler review first, then a spoiler review. But yeah, those are my thoughts on what I think is gonna happen with Miguel and Cobra Kai Season 5. So yeah, let me know down below. What do you guys think is gonna happen with Miguel and Cobra Kai Season 5? What do you think is gonna happen with any other character in Cobra Kai Season 5? Let me know down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Ring that bell next to the subscribe button so you'll be notified for future videos. Thank you guys for watching, and remember, as Miguel Diaz says, it's called the All Valley because it's for everyone. Assa! Later, everyone.